Once mom gets discharged, I'm counting on you to take care of her. What? You're going to be the one taking care of her? It's obvious we're family. He threatened me with divorce papers when I refused to take care of my mother-in-law. Do you want to be a poor single mom? If you don't, then just do as you're told. I can't take it anymore. I'm so done with this life. Just watch it. I'll make you regret this for sure. My name is Catherine. I'm 43. I live with my husband, Bob, and our high school-aged daughter, Emma. We get by on Bob's salary and the part-time work I do to support our family. We're not rich by any means, but we have a reasonably good life. Then one day, the worst thing happened. Catherine, it looks like mom has collapsed and has been taken to the hospital. Ah, your mom. My mother-in-law lies alone at home, but she's spry for her age. Apparently, she hurt her back in an accident while she was out shopping and now has to stay in the hospital for a while. Anyway, it's good that her life's not in danger. I'll go check on her at the hospital tomorrow. All right, take care. Aren't you coming? Huh? Why would I? Right, okay, I'll go alone. Please send my regards to your mom. Why? I don't visit my mother-in-law in the hospital. That's because I've cut ties with her. I've been married to Bob for 20 years. Since the beginning, my mother-in-law has detested me and has gone out of her way to make life difficult. You're really inefficient, aren't you, Catherine? You're not suitable for my son. I wish he had a better wife. I never imagined you'd be this useless, enduring the continuous verbal abuse from my mother-in-law that wore down my spirit. Whatever I did, it was always, father-in-law is useless, not good enough. Poor Bob. And so on. I was met with complaints every time we met. But I held on as long as I could because she was Bob's mother, whom I love. However, even after my daughter Emma was born, the mother-in-law's harsh words did not stop. On the contrary, she started finding fault with Emma as well. Just great, the long-awaited grandchild is a girl. She can't carry on the family name. She's of no use. If it's a girl, she should just at least be pretty. Who on earth does she take after? Amidst the difficult days, the worst situation that finally decided the end of our relationship occurred one day when my mother-in-law was unusually relaxed at our house. My daughter ran up to her with a picture book. "Granny, can you read this?" The moment Emma handed over the book, mother-in-law knocked it down and hurled at Emma, "Don't touch me with your dirty hands. I don't need an unattractive grandchild like you." Emma was startled by her grandmother's loud voice and began to cry. "Granny's scary." I must have been very sad. She was sobbing, and it hurt me to see her like that. Even yelling at my young daughter, I had reached my limit. "Hey, mother-in-law, what do you think you're doing?" I rushed over, but my mother-in-law showed no signs of remorse. Rather, she snapped, "It's your daughter's fault." "You've got to be kidding. I saw what you did. You knocked Emma's book out of her hand, didn't you? Trying to touch me with her dirty hands?" "Dirty hands? Can you say that? If you're going to do this to my daughter, don't come to our house anymore. They'll get cheeky with me. I don't care about you all. Why did you come to see Bob? This is also the house of me and Emma. Stop making silly excuses." In this way, my mother-in-law got into a big argument. Bob just stood there flustered, saying, "Hey, both of you, please stop," and didn't even warn his mother. She eventually went home grumbly all the while, but this proved to be the final straw. "I can't deal with your mother anymore. I'm fed up with you not defending me and Emma. Let's get divorced." When I said that, Bob started flustering again. "Hey, wait a minute. Even I find my mom tough to deal with. I just couldn't say anything because it was all so sudden. Today, I'm on your side, Catherine and Emma. People can say anything they want, but unless you act on it, it means nothing. Anyway, I can't take it anymore." Then my husband made a proposal. Okay, if you insist, Catherine, I don't mind if you cut ties with my mom. But please, I beg you, don't divorce me." I was torn. Would there be any benefits staying with such an unreliable husband in the future? Even if we cut ties, could I really avoid any interaction with my husband's mother forever? In the end, the reason I didn't go through with the divorce was because of our daughter. Our daughter adores her father, and he's a good and caring dad when he's with her. For our young daughter's sake, taking away her father right now wouldn't be right. So I decided to put the divorce on hold on the condition that I'd sever ties with my mother-in-law. But if anything else happens, I won't be lenient. I get it. I'll talk to my mom too. And with that, we reached an agreement, and I severed ties with my mother-in-law. I'll never let my daughter meet her grandmother again. That was a condition of our reconciliation. After 10 years, I can't forget what my mother-in-law did. As for visiting her, that's out of the question. Frankly, what happens to my mother-in-law isn't my business. A few days later, my husband came to me with a serious look on his face. Catherine, I need to talk. What is it? My husband looked awkward in response to my question. It's about my mom. Apparently, she'll need care after she's discharged. So what? It'll cost a lot if she goes to a facility, right? So I was thinking we should take care of her at home. Oh, that's impressive. Good luck. No, not me. You. What? What is he talking about? What? You're not seriously. You know that my mother's in a bad way, right, Catherine? He fell silent. The fact that he even suggests this was beyond my comprehension, to avoid any unwarranted expectations. I laid it out for him clearly. Look, I have a job too, and there's no way I can take on the responsibility of caring for your mother. But you're just working part-time, right? Surely you can find some time to take care of my mother. If that's what you think, then I'll just talk to my boss about switching to full-time. How about that? There was no point in dragging out the conversation. My feelings weren't going to change, and his timid demeanor was only annoying me. Although he looked like he wanted to say something, I naturally ignored him. The next day, it seemed he had spoken to his mother in the hospital as she called me. Excuse me, Catherine, what on earth are you thinking, refusing to care for your own mother-in-law? Yes, I refuse. Is there a problem? Her bizarre shriek came through the phone when faced with my calm response. For me, in my time, of course, I've cut you off. Remember, you're not even my mother-in-law to me anymore. I have no desire to help you with your care. What did you just say? How dare you? You and that errant child absolutely will not tolerate this refusal. To be honest, I considered just hanging up on her. It was a hassle. But if I didn't firmly reject her now, she'd probably just keep calling. I was prepared to settle this today, so I faced off with my mother-in-law. Do you remember why I cut you off in the first place, mother-in-law? What do you mean? Are you implying I've done something wrong? Have you already forgotten? Because of your insidious bullying and your appalling attitude towards my daughter. My husband also agreed to this decision. Goodbye. Wait, hold on. With no further discussion, I ended the call and promptly blocked her number. A few days later, Bob tried to bring up the topic again. Hey, about my mom. Again, I couldn't hide my irritation as I responded. Just so we're clear, I have absolutely no sympathy for my mother-in-law. No matter what happens to her, I've told you again and again that I won't provide care, right? Unexpectedly, her normally compliant husband shot back without hesitation. No, you're going to take care of my mom. Count on it. What? What does he mean? I've repeatedly stated that I don't want to have anything to do with my estranged mother-in-law. Is he like a chicken forgetting everything after taking 3 steps? Count on it is not the response I want. I said I will provide care, remember? I fired back defiantly, but my husband is different today. No matter how much I argue, he persistently pushes back. The heated argument I had with my mother-in-law on the phone days ago came to mind. Probably my mother-in-law had given him a piece of her mind afterward. Anyway, you're going to take care of my mom. It's obvious, isn't it? Former family, right? Remember, it was your idea to cut ties with your mother. That was then. My mom is now weak, and it's a different situation. She's not as energetic as she was after hospitalization. Yet you're still talking like a child. Childish? Me? The reason we're in this situation is because of that damn mother-in-law's childish harassment. And according to the conversation on the phone, your mother seemed pretty lively, didn't she? And even my husband repeatedly demands. I take care of his mother. I'm not going to back down. No matter what you say, I can't do what I can't do. And if it's that important to you, you can do it yourself. At that, her husband silently handed her a sheet of paper. What's this? Can't you tell? It's a divorce paper. To her shock, her husband had presented her with a completed divorce form. If you don't want to get divorced, take care of my mom. My silent disbelief only prompted my husband to pressure me more. You'd be in trouble if we divorce now, right? Emma will be a college student next year. You just a part-timer. Can't possibly survive if you divorce me now, right? If you don't like it, just do as you're told. The man who didn't consider my feelings, using our daughter as leverage to threaten me. I just can't continue being married to someone like this. It's impossible. The moment I was convinced of this, I felt my feelings for my husband quickly disappear. I'm going to end this. That's what I thought. Hey, are you even listening? You were all fired up just a moment ago. Now, a divorce is a reality. Are you scared? My husband looked down at me, laughing. My daughter came into the room, probably hearing us argue. Hey, I heard raised voices. What's going on? Then my husband started a tirade on Emma too. Oh, you're just in time. You'll be helping with your grandmother's care too. What? Why me? It's obvious, isn't it? She's your beloved grandma. You could at least help with the caregiving. I couldn't believe that they would impose my mother-in-law's care on my daughter without a second thought. I was so pissed off that I signed the divorce papers as fast as I could. What are you doing, Catherine? Isn't it obvious? I'm signing the divorce papers. I'll go submit them once I'm done. Perhaps he hadn't expected me to agree to the divorce so easily. Bob started to panic. Oh, hey, enough already. Did you even listen to me? You're going to be the one who's going to have a hard time if we get divorced. I don't care. Compared to staying involved with you, any hardship seems bearable. With divorce papers in hand, I began to prepare to leave. Then, perhaps numb to the situation, my husband took the final step. Are you sure about this? If we divorce, you'll have to give up Emma. I'm warning you, I'll get custody. You'll never see our daughter again. A husband who had no doubt in his mind that he's superior to his wife. Truly, how stupid can you be? Even if we get divorced, I will not give up my daughter. I will do whatever it takes to provide for my daughter at all costs. I will get custody of Emma. Shut up. Considering our financial situation, it's natural that I get her. You won't see our daughter again. Tough luck. At that moment, Emma, who had been quietly listening, chimed in. What are you talking about? I'm going with Mom. Ha! At Emma's words, Bob stood there dumbstruck. What are you saying? If you follow your mother, Catherine, you'll only face hardship. I don't care. It's better than being with you, Dad. I would never want to take care of Grandma. That's right. My daughter had not forgotten what my mother-in-law had done to her in the past. I really hate Grandma for bullying Mom. I'm also disgusted with you, Dad, for not helping my mom. I don't care about the money. I'm going to live with Mom. At my daughter's words, a surge of indescribable emotion welled up within me. I had hoped she would choose to come with me, but I never imagined that she thought it through so much. My husband, looking quite pathetic, started trying to persuade us to stay. Wait just a second. Wait, if you're gone, who's gonna take care of the house? Why don't you do it yourself, Dad? My daughter responded with a smirk. You can take care of Grandma and do all the housework all by yourself. That's impossible. I have a job, you know. So what? Mom has been working and doing house chores, and you want her to take care of Grandma on top of that, expecting others to do what you won't do yourself. That's ridiculous. My daughter gave my husband a thorough tongue lashing, leaving him completely stunned. Eventually, he resorted to his usual tactic of crying to win us over. Oh, why are you guys blaming me so much? I just asked for a little help with the caregiving. There was a time when we might have let it slide, but neither my daughter nor I have that kind of patience anymore. Looking at my crying husband, all we could do was shake our heads in disbelief. Let's go, Mom. Let's hurry up and pack our things. Right. My daughter and I each packed our belongings, took the divorce papers, and left the house. My husband kept crying, trying to stop us until the last moment, but of course, we ignored him completely. We submitted the divorce papers at the city hall, and our divorce was finalized. My daughter and I decided to live at my parents' house for a while. By the way, my family runs a flower shop. Right now, I am working part-time and helping out with the family's flower shop, trying to save money for my daughter's college tuition. My husband continued to contact me persistently even after that. Mom is throwing stuff at me. Help me. I can't handle it anymore on my own. Please come back. Since he was so annoying, I blocked his contact. Living with my ill-tempered mother-in-law every day must be quite a struggle, and it seems that my husband is having to care for her day and night without any sleep. Finally, my company has moved to shorter working hours, and my paycheck seems to be barely scraping by. If I had known it would come to this, I should have done whatever it took to put my mother-in-law into a facility. Well, it's too late to talk about what I should have done now. Besides, thanks to my husband making a fuss about caregiving, I'm able to spend these days with my daughter. I guess I should thank him for that bit. From now on, I want to live each day in cooperation with my cherished family.